pose this question to Courtney. Many of our industry partners have had to adapt quickly to the new realities around wellness and safety. BioConnect is certainly no exception. How does the launch of BioConnect Enterprise 5.0 help organizations manage the health and safety of their buildings and their employees?
5.0 for us really was a bringing together of a bunch of different technologies that we had been building out, and it lets us package them into one platform really to get them out to our customers. And it gave us a good arsenal of tools to really adapt from simply asking the question of who are you to the new reality of needing to answer the question, how are you, before you can get into spaces. And we were able to do that in a few different ways. We've been able to roll out, with our strength in our mobile platform, we were able to roll out a wellness solution, which allows people an opportunity to start getting people coming into their workplace to answer a survey, a health survey, before the door will open. We've been able to roll out new technologies that bring face mask detection into facial recognition. We've been able to roll out thermal camera solutions to help provide protection to environments that require that. And one of the things that I think is unique about our approach is that it's not only fully automated, but it's fully integrated into the access control system. It's not standalone. And it meant that we were able to go out to customers of ours who were seeing huge spikes in security costs because they had to staff and support a manual process at their entryways. We were able to go out to customers that have peak loads in their buildings on shift changes, and we're finding employees were having to show up 45 minutes early for work just to get through manual surveys and temperature screening and questionnaires at facilities that had heightened health requirements. We've even, as people are starting to return to various workplaces, I had a conversation a week or so ago with a customer of ours in the educational space who was even saying, their advancement office was feeling awkward as potential donors came in the door, having a human remind people they needed to put face masks on. Even on the social side, there was an inquiry of, could we have some technology intervene there and help enforce that and just drive a better experience at the door. Some of these technologies, I think the ability to add health factors into our passive systems, our face mask, our thermal detection, those I think will be long-lived because they're passive. Our technologies around COVID surveys, I hope a year from now we're not all answering surveys before we go into buildings around our COVID status, but as Rob mentioned, I think the changing workplace means that while today we're focused on how are you as a new question for access control, I think why are you here, that extension of sort of the visitor management, whether it's for mobile workforce or hoteling or more transient workers, or whether it extends to visitors as the boundary of our visitor space starts to move out closer to the sidewalk. These channels that we've created that allow users to participate both ways in the physical access conversation. It's not just a card that we're handing out to somebody which comes back, but it's now a conduit that we've built to really start to have conversations with our users and add new screening elements in. We've been able to, today, better protect facilities with screening. And tomorrow, as these technologies push through, I'm excited to see how these are going to transform everything from visitor management to just to day-to-day mobile workforce. So 5.0 has allowed us to bring these technologies together and offer them out to our existing customers on their existing platforms. So for us, it's we've seen a lot of wins out there.
Yeah, actually, if I may, I'll just jump in, John, make a comment. I'll describe an actual use case. So I'm actually in our office, and I haven't been to our office in like months. And I came in yesterday, and I came in today for this particular session. I just wanted to come back into the office, and when I come to the door, we have a great facility, and it's sitting inside of a landlord's multi-floor building. Well, so if you're a tenant in a facility, you have these things, right? You have key fobs. You have keys. You have these little credentials that you're supposed to use, that they're under control. It's their control. They are issuing the key fob, and yet we are in charge of the access to our own facility. So when I came to the door, I presented my key fob. I received a push notification to my mobile device where I filled out my wellness declaration. So an hour and a half ago, I was declaring my health as of this moment in time. That information goes into BioConnect, and BioConnect says if this person has the right credentials and has successfully answered his current state of wellness, then I'll authorize him to, or I will send it to the access control system to unlock the door. So this is now where my wellness is actually now a factor in deciding whether, so that's two-factor authentication. It's now a factor in deciding whether I'm going to be granted access to the facility.